Good Saturday evening, everyone. Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys had a great day so far. And in today's weather forecast, we got a lot of severe weather to talk about. Plus, we have a cool down that's going to be moving through at the end of this week. So make sure to stay tuned till the end so you guys know about all the weather that's going to be happening. But let's first start out on what's going to be happening for the rest of today. And as you can see, we still do have an enhanced risk of severe weather across eastern Montana, back into southwest North Dakota, and as well as northwest South Dakota will still be included in that enhanced risk for the rest of today. And then we got a pretty big slight risk that does include northern Montana, and that goes all the way into Wisconsin and northern Illinois, and as well as eastern Iowa. So definitely a pretty big area that, a lot of people do need to be on high alert. So if you do live in this enhanced risk or even the slight risk, make sure to be on very high alert for severe weather for the rest of today and even into some of tomorrow morning, as we could certainly see some lingering severe thunderstorms around. So again, make sure to be on high alert if you do live in this enhanced risk, which is the orange color, and as well as this yellow color, which will be the slight risk. Now, let's go ahead and look at tomorrow. This is day 2, and as you guys can see, we still do have a slight risk for severe storms for tomorrow. This includes western Minnesota, back into almost all of North Dakota, northern and northeast South Dakota, back into a little sliver there of northeast Montana will still be at risk for severe storms as we do head into tomorrow, but that marginal risk does go all the way down towards the Midwest and northern Ohio Valley. So those areas will also need to, be watching the weather very closely, as we could still see some severe weather there. And maybe even an extension of that slight risk. This could be extended all the way down there towards Chicago if things do start to get worse. So that is going to be something to keep an eye on as we do head into tomorrow. Now, let's go ahead and now look at day 3 for severe weather, and we still continue to see, some pretty decent severe weather as we do head into Monday, which will, be a pretty big day for severe weather also. This includes southeast Minnesota, back into central and southern Wisconsin, eastern Iowa, northern Illinois, northwest Indiana, and as well as southwest Michigan will all be included in a threat for severe storms as we do head into Monday as of next week. So definitely something that we really do need to keep an eye on as we do head into Monday, which is just a couple days away from now, by the way. So definitely continue to be on high alert these next couple of days if you live in Minnesota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, and Michigan, as you guys will all likely be in a severe weather threat starting tomorrow. Now, let's look at the excessive rainfall outlook. This is pretty much for today, okay? We still do have some storms around, and that's why we still have a couple areas that could see some flash flooding, which one of them is along the East Coast. That's good news for Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina because they are in a severe drought in some parts of the state. So they could really use the rain as this tropical wave off the coast is bringing a lot of showers and thunderstorms. So these areas could very well use the rain, which again is good news for them. Plus, we even have a marginal risk across the upper Midwest and into a little bit there of the Great Lakes region. So this will also be an area to still watch tonight. Plus, we even have another one in central Missouri, even a little bit of southern Missouri. We got another one across the Houston area, and then we got another one back here towards northern Arizona, back into northern New Mexico, and as well as southern Colorado. For day 2, which will be for tomorrow, we still continue to see chances for flash flooding across the Great Lakes region, northern Ohio Valley, and into the upper Midwest. We still continue to see chances for flash flooding across Arizona, southern Utah, back into southern Colorado, and as well as western New Mexico will still be at risk for flash flooding as we do head into tomorrow. And then for day 3, which will be for Monday, we continue to see more chances for flooding across the Great Lakes and as well as the upper Ohio Valley. We still could see some flooding across Arizona back into New Mexico, and this one actually does extend into Wyoming, so Wyoming may start to see some rainfall as we do head into Monday. Now for day 4, this is where those chances for flooding do start to increase. This is the only slight risk for flash flooding that we have on the Weather Prediction Center website, so this is looking like the most concerning day for flash flooding so far, as we do have a slight risk for flash flooding across western or eastern Indiana rather, back into northern Ohio, and as well as a little bit of northwest Pennsylvania will be at risk for flash flooding as we do head into Tuesday of next week. So definitely going to be something to keep an eye on after these next couple of days. So Tuesday will pretty much be in the next couple of days. So definitely get ready for some more flooding if you do live across the Ohio Valley, as we could, even be talking about some flash flooding these next couple of days. Now, total precipitation, this is anywhere from now all the way to July 23rd. So this almost goes to the very end of the month. And as you guys can see, we see a lot of rainfall across the south, the southeast, back throughout the East Coast, really getting, a punch on that rainfall throughout the rest of July, and we could even be seeing, some more rainfall than what this model is showing, and that's because, we do have a lot of areas that could see flash flooding these next few days. So like I said, even though this model does, only show about an inch of rain, and if you're wondering how much each color means, you can look down below on the chart. So purples right here indicate about an inch of rain. These reddish maroon colors indicate about 2 inches of rain, and then when you start getting into the yellow shaded color, that usually indicates about 4 inches of rain. But like I said, even though we are only seeing about an inch with this model, we could very well see more than that, as we do have several days for flash flooding across the upper Midwest, Great Lakes region, and northern Ohio Valley. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Climate Prediction Center outlook, and as you guys can see, we do have a cool down coming in, like I said, and this is going to be a lot of relief, and I'm not joking about that. There's going to be a lot of relief after dealing with a lot of this heat. We're going to be talking temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s across a pretty big portion there of the central United States, but the West unfortunately continues to see well above average temperatures across this area. So definitely still going to be very hot and smoky out there across the western United States, and I wish this cold front was able to make it over there, but unfortunately it can't. So definitely not really seeing a whole lot of relief out there, but we definitely will need to enjoy the weather across the central United States, as that cool down will likely move through, and this is pretty much from July 19th all the way to July 23rd, and I'm sorry if I said June, I meant to say July. And then for the precipitation, we will likely see more precipitation across the southern United States, and like that model was showing, we could very well see 2 to even as much as 4 inches across the south, the southeast, and throughout the East Coast. So definitely looking to still be pretty wet for these areas, especially Texas, looking like they could see the most above average precipitation. So continue to stay alert to down here for maybe some flash floods in the future, but we do start to see drier conditions across the northern United States, and that's good news because one, we will be talking severe weather these next few days, and since we'll be talking drier conditions, that will definitely bring some relief, and we even been seeing flooding up here across these areas, so that will also bring relief too as well. So it's actually not that bad that we'll be seeing drier than normal conditions from from July 19th all the way to July 23. So definitely get ready for some, more pleasant weather across this area, as we won't really be talking as much severe weather or flash flooding. Now, for the 8 to 14 day outlook, this is the same thing but a different time frame. And as you guys can see, from July 21st all the way to July 27th, we continue to see that cold air linger across the southern plains and even the eastern United States. We even continue to see well above average temperatures across the west, unfortunately. And like I said, we're not really going to be seeing a whole lot of relief there, so continue to be ready for, record high temperatures across that area. And then, like I said, we will continue to also see above average precipitation across the southern United States, and Texas really continues to see the highest chance of that happening, unfortunately. So definitely going to, be something to keep an eye on, as, we will continue to see a lot of rainfall here, but that rainfall does start to, increase back up towards the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes region as we do head into the end of July, which will be from July 21st all the way to July 27th. So thank you guys very much for watching my video. I hope you guys did have a nice weekend so far. We will definitely try to do a video as we do head into tomorrow, and I really do appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel. And again, I am sorry I didn't keep you guys updated with the weather when we were out of town in Utah, but since I am back, I am really trying to keep you guys updated with the weather as I do have more time. So if you guys really like my videos, and if you guys really like this new screen that I made, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and of course comment down below if you want, and that will definitely really help my channel a lot, and that will even really help me with professional videos in the future. So make sure to do all those things, and I hope you guys do have a great weekend.